looks stable. That's good. Based on last Tuesday, this mic seems to pick up more of the computer fan than the old one did. So hopefully I can be understood well enough. I guess I won't be able to tell unless somebody shows up, but that's fine. I can turn the game audio down a little bit. Let's see. Alright, can I be heard better now? I think in the audio settings I've already put wherever it is, I've already put the microphone pretty high on the boost. Anyway, as far as I could tell, it was picking up my voice fine. It was just like farther, it just also picked up more noise. And when I tried using a noise suppression thing that Windows has, all that did was make it sound like I was going through some kind of phaser effect, which is even less pleasant to listen to in my opinion than a little bit of fan noise. There might be less fan noise playing Drod than using a PSP emulator in the first place though, so that's okay with me. So I think apparently I've got 100% of this one. Did I play this one on stream or have I played this one by myself? Because it seemed like this is where I left off. Oh no, I remember this. I remember this. Why'd I go back to this one? I don't know. So I guess it must be number 5 that I haven't played yet? Hello. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing after like 2 weeks. Is this the last real, is this actually the last queue? I should check. Yeah, it goes straight from M to S, so... Ah, okay. I was wondering about that. I saw a notification that was like, hey, Bullet Bill Time has followed you on Twitch, and I was like, who's Bullet Bill Time? And initially I wasn't sure how, like, what relation there was, and then I was like, oh, the YouTube channel, that explains a bit. Anyway, so I think this is where I left off. Correct me if I'm wrong. So this says I'm still unemployed. I'm still employed, right? I thought it said I'm still unemployed. I don't work well when I'm hungry, or when I'm not hungry. Alright. Well, we can go south. What is that? Oh, it's just grass. It looks weird in the middle of the Ormite, so I thought it was a custom element, which would be really strange for this whole concept, idea, style. Alright. What is my goal in this room? I see that I have access to a decoy and a speed potion. Okay. Yep. Oh, I see it. Sorry, I wasn't looking though. I can see it now that I'm actually looking at the chat. I'm trying to understand what this room wants. I guess it wants me to shove monsters onto the decoy's sword, since I'm, well, yeah, since I'm forced to take this stick. I have to assume that's what I'm supposed to do? I wonder why the brain isn't directing anyone else in my direction. I think maybe it's because the rock golems are literally in the way. No, that decoy is too far away to direct things onto his sword from here. Oh wait, I can just do this. Okay. So... am I missing something? Because this seems relatively simple with the haste potion. relative to what I can't say, but it seems pretty simple so far. And then I can just shove the brain off into the water afterward, right? It feels like the sort of situation where there's going to be a trick, but I don't know what it is yet. Oh, I wasn't thinking of that. I thought it was just that the rock golems were, to some extent, I thought the rock golems were trying to path to me, but getting stuck on a wall. But that's not quite it. Oh. Okay, I can't push the brain that way. So what can I do instead? I think I was supposed to maybe point the decoy south and didn't realize it. Okay, well, the room itself shouldn't be any more difficult with the decoy facing south. I just didn't realize that I needed to do that because I wasn't thinking very carefully about that wall. Brain goblins are still dumb enough to respect a decoy sword, though. In general, it seems like. Can't get out of that. There we go. That should be better. This is much more stable. Alright, now I just push him and there we go. Ta-da! Okay, what is the deal here? Alright. So what do I want in this room? I guess I want to wake all the eyes and kill them, right? So I can go ahead and kill those two with probably no repercussions. I have access to 2 decoys, and I guess ideally I want to use them in a way that fixes the problem of this parity here. Actually, if I just put them both on buttons, mightn't that fix the issue? I'll probably be 1 eye short or something. Or 3 or 4. Maybe that's just the wrong button to put him on. Okay, well, maybe the idea is not to stand with the button, but to disrupt the button pressers so that they get out of sync. That didn't seem to do much. Why is he still in sync? Hmm. How? What if I just completely block him? Then what? I guess he kind of stays on the button for a bit, and that's maybe favorable. So I guess I'll block the east guy in the other direction and see if that helps. No, he's still synced up with the guy in the middle. So that can't be right. Let's try this then. That appears to be an improvement. I still don't know how to get the last two though. Maybe I picked the wrong ones to block? So maybe I should block this guy? I don't get it. I don't really... Like, it doesn't seem like there's a way to actually put them out of sync. Which would be ideal. Because there isn't enough space to force them to make a long path. If this were 3 tiles tall, then I could actually do something like that and have them totally out of sync. But as far as I can tell, the only option I do have is to place Sabithro in a weird place. By which I meant to decoy, but whatever. Maybe this will work. Feels like it's working, although I forgot to get the ones that I could have gotten at the very beginning. I think I didn't... Yeah, I should have gotten that one first, and then I'd be fine. I just basically restarted too far back. So, place one here, and place one there. Seemed to work. Maybe I would have been fine, but it didn't seem like that was ever going to open, so I don't know. I'm too impatient, I guess. What? Okay, hang on, what? Alright then. This is some kind of mess. So... I take this to mean I should do that? I don't really know. Oh, that also also destroys the... Oh, the briar destroys itself, duh. Okay. Do I want it to not destroy itself so it can block the roaches? It may not matter what I want because it's probably too far away to influence. Yeah. So that's not useful. Yeah, there is absolutely no way to stop the briar from destroying itself. And I don't think, even if I could keep a pickaxe, I don't see any way that a pickaxe would be useful in this situation. Because the problem is a giant crowd of roaches, and that's best handled with a sword. There's not really anywhere to get an obstacle from, though. Yeah, it's just not possible to do anything about that. This entire construction here seems entirely pointless. Because if this didn't exist, then I wouldn't, like, if this didn't exist, I still wouldn't be able to do anything but be in this position with a sword anyway. So it might as well be a wall with nothing in it. Hello. So because there is absolutely no way to use that pickaxe for anything useful, there's no reason for it to exist. Because the briar will always kill itself before I can get up to stop it from doing so and make it useful. Yeah. And the only purpose this construction appears to have is to take back the sword, which you have to do no matter what. And turn on the button. Like this, there's no way to use that for anything. I mean, I guess if I could retreat all the way over there, which I probably can't, then I could use it as a wall. But none of the walls that are available are close enough to either of the roach zones to do anything with. These are open. That toggles, but that doesn't matter that that toggles because that doesn't mean anything. You can't get in here without taking the pickaxe first, so that's not an option. Not that I would want a pickaxe for this section in the first place. I have no idea what you're seeing that I'm not. Basically, there's a bunch of pointless elements in briar and pickaxes and buttons that have no relation whatsoever to the other part of the room that actually has roaches in it. Because all of that other stuff happens before you can even release the roaches at all. I mean, is there an element that I'm literally not seeing despite it being in the room? I don't have the option of pushing the button early, and I don't think that would help anyway. There's nothing else except for something behind a green door that can toggle that button, and that can toggle that door and maybe prevent the briar from destroying itself. These aren't cracked walls. Like, there isn't anything here to miss. I don't know what else you think I can do. I mean, I can do this, but this isn't useful. And I can do this, but this isn't useful. I'm inputting the only set of moves that I could ever imagine actually getting me out of this, which is to face a favorable direction and then spend every available turn moving. And assuming that the idea is to go up to the briar somehow, the only favorable directions that I could hope to face are something west, and preferably go to the north. It seems to me like there's an awful lot of needing to know exactly what's going to happen well ahead of time in order to actually do anything useful with the briar. So basically this room requires 1, knowing that you can even get out of this at all in the first place, which is quite a bit to ask. 2, knowing precisely which trajectory you'll have as you're on your way out of there. And And I don't remember if I had a third one. I'm going to take a wild guess that maybe the idea was for these checkpoints to be hints. So maybe the other checkpoint is supposed to be the same thing. I guess I should carve it like this and then try to get back out again. Maybe this. You have to admit, north is pretty counterintuitive sword direction for this task. All right then. Alright, I'm not supposed to kill this roach, but I want to explore the room before I try to do anything else. So here we have mirrors and powder kegs placed on top of seep. Why? There's some buttons that accomplish something, I'm sure. And I have access to a spear, which should be usable to obtain the rest of the explosives. You don't actually want to clear the room that way, but I guess what I want here is to probably I need to extract all 4 of those things while keeping the roach alive, and then place them with the other keg here. I can use the caber to explode everything. So now I ask, is it better to start from this side or from that side? And starting from the east doesn't seem very favorable, so maybe there's better obstacles on the starting from the west. Yeah, definitely. And that gives me room to go take the spear, which should make things easier with dealing with the roach in general. I'd like to stick him maybe in this corner, if possible. I thought it was a stick for a second there and was going to stab push, but that's not going to work. Is it possible to get him in that corner? I just want to lodge him against the corners to the north of the seeding beacon if possible. Almost. I mean, it's not a permanent solution, but it would at least let me not have a roach behind me while I'm trying to push things out in the first place. There we go, perfect. That's where I needed him stuck. Now I can claim a few explosives. I just needed to think about how to get that distance, mostly. Alright, he's gonna He's gonna escape as I go after this, possibly. Well, maybe not. He's being very cooperative. Okay. So I want an explosive there and another one. Oops. Not exploded in my face, but here, ideally. Alright. And I've been more or less going on assumption as to what these what these orbs do, but my assumption was correct, so I just had to mess around with the roach for a bit before I got where I needed to put him. Okay. Is it... Fagundos don't pay attention to your orders when you're invisible and power tokened, so I can choose to hit this power token and then activate the Fagundo later if I want, but I don't see any reason not to go ahead and use it, because its purpose is apparently just to destroy that so that the Roach Queens come into existence. So what is... let's see. I guess what we want here is to somehow get the Roach Queens out the corners, but not have them exist into... Actually, do I want them in the corner? I can't reach the corner either, can I? How can I kill the Roach Queens? Because I can't go inside. There's no way out if I do that. And yet there are checkpoints in there. Why are there checkpoints in there? Am I missing something? These are walls. Those are water. Yeah, if I go in, I can't come out. What is this? Oh, okay. Duh. Alright, so I am supposed to come in here and kill the Roach Queens, but I should probably try to somehow get them in a favorable position first, in theory. I'm not really sure what a favorable position should look like, but maybe that's one. I don't know, should I approach them from the direction they're in, or from the opposite? This is not good. Yeah, that's not going to work. I guess the center... Sorry. Maybe the center is the best I can do as far as their starting position? That seems kind of unlikely, though. Yeah, that's even worse than... Or at least it's no better than where I was before. Can I do that? Yeah, if I could get them in a row, that would work. So can I do that? There we go, leave you there. Maybe I can push all three. Yeah. And now I just want to shuffle that one southeast if I can make it. Nah. I don't think I can do that. Oh, maybe... Hang on. No. Let's exist here and try to push the whole row east. Yeah. Oh, perfect. Well, it's more just the case that, you know, experience with everything except TSS teaches a player to instinctively see a force arrow and be like, well, I can't get out of there, even if it's not actually true. Alright, what is this? So, I don't know, there's a button there that can do something if I do something with it. Yeah, I don't think I can... Okay, I can push these onto but not from those directions, I see. Alright, so I need to do it from a direction that the decoy is not facing, essentially. And now that I've opened those doors, I can kill this decoy and, I don't know, maybe use it for something? Probably not, though. Oh, I have a stick. That changes matters. Oh, push it from that direction. Oh, interesting. So I was wondering, because what appears to be maybe a secret room access requires you to bring something and put it on a button, my thought was, I wonder if I could maybe put the mirror on one button and then on the other. I guess I still need to get west, though, so that can't be right. I don't think I can extract this mirror. No, there's not really an angle to extract that from. I have a couple of decoys, neither of which are particularly useful, since the guys guarding the buttons are still going to stab them. How can I even put a mirror here at all, given the lack of any sides to put it in from? Maybe there's something I don't understand about directionality of this. I have to assume that there's some mechanic I don't fully understand about this, because otherwise, could I have, hold on, that's farther back than I actually wanted to, but whatever. There's something I'm wondering about, could I have? Alright, so when I went to get decoys out of this box here before, I got the south-facing one out first when he died. I'm trying to see, is there any way I can do this that leaves me with that guy alive? I guess not. I was thinking maybe if I could push the south-facing decoy onto one of those buttons, well, onto particularly this button, then it would kill the north-facing one and make it very easy to put one of the other guys onto the button. Okay, I guess that's what I'm supposed to do with that. Oh. Wait, no? You can't change their orientation. That's not how... Like, decoys on Ormites don't turn. They just exist, still facing the same way. Yeah? That's what I thought. How do I collect the south one? Why didn't I save a checkpoint earlier than this? Equally valid mysteries to wonder about. I'm gonna grab this first. Maybe you can help me with this problem? Yes, you can. Okay. That's what I need to get a south-facing guy. And simultaneously being able to do that is exactly what I want in the first place. There we go. He even stabbed it first, so he didn't... So that's weird, because it was a mutual stab in the other situation maybe a different guy stabbed him, though? Is this like a specific move order setup to make all this possible? That's kind of interesting. I mean, the move orders of the decoys, I guess, must be set up specifically and intentionally to make this doable. Right, you die on a decoy sword. And I get secret access. Alright. I don't know, this is not the way to enter the secret room, but what I was trying to say, I don't know if I will solve the secret, but I have access to it. Oh, okay. Well, if I walk all the way around here, then that guy gets right up in my face, and then he will light the fuses, which do something. Alright. How do I open this door? Why? Wait. Why didn't that open the golems? Okay. I guess. What does this orb exist for? Yeah, that was what I was thinking, but then why does this exist? It doesn't do anything. Huh. So, if I just walk into the room, I can't do that without this jerk trying to light the fuse. Even if I kill this jerk, I'm still gonna light the fuse in the process of entering the room. But I guess I can try to push. No? Okay, I can't push the orb because there's no power token in the room. And there's no land anywhere near that I can make use of to get to the orb. So, what should I try to do then? I don't have any control over the fuse whatsoever. Because if I could light the left fuse and not the right one, then maybe I could do something complicated with Briar. I mean, I still don't, because it might as well be a wall. It might as well be a broken wall or something, because it still serves the same purpose of not being a thing I can interact with in any way. I would say if you shifted this entire construction 2 tiles west, then I could solve this room, because then the bridge and I would be able to exist in the western part of the room with things in it. But as it stands, there's not really... Alright, maybe this is what I should do. I'm still gonna get the fuse lit way before I want it to be, but I guess that's okay. Oh. I guess I have to also try to kill this guy before I do that? That's a bit much for the length of time that I'm given to do things. That seems like a bit much. can't get all the way over there in time. Doing all that nonsense. Still not enough time. I either don't have enough time to go push the orb, or I push the orb and immediately get killed because I'm stunned by the stupid Onplich. And there doesn't appear to be any way to do one without the other. Yeah, I still can't escape, even under this. Alright. I guess that's what I was supposed to do the whole time. Alright then. I solved a secret room, assuming I remember correctly that it is secret. And, oh, daggone. Well, it's sort of a problem that fixes itself if you don't try too hard to fix it. But at the same time, in order for it to do that, you have to be kind of as efficient as possible first, it feels like. Anyway, what is this? Okay. So, where are the monsters? Oh, there's a conquer token. So, we want to push all these buttons. And that requires that the bombs explode, but don't kill the Briar? I think. But that doesn't seem possible. Well, there are decoys with... Oh, wait. There are decoys. So I'm placing decoys to shield the Briar from dying, I think. Do I actually have to light all the fuse? Maybe not. I mean, that worked great. I don't really know where I can place a decoy that'll be useful to this Briar on the south, because I can't place it on an open door, so even if I open that door, I can't really place a decoy meaningfully for that one. Alright, well... we also don't want the Briar to cut the fuse, so we don't want to push these buttons until after we've gotten the Briar protected from the bombs. I mean, we do need to press the buttons kind of in between, but not too soon. don't know what to do with this decoy other than place it directly on the bomb. I mean, anywhere else is going to be too far away. So I guess I should save that one for a very close decoy. And try putting one there, even though I don't think that's going to work. Alright, so fuse, press this just before it explodes, like that, then press that. I can't be that far away. How long do I have? Not that long. That long? That long. How can I do that? I have to get all the way back to the decoy potion and then all the way back up to the button. That's not really possible. Or, I don't know, I have to push the button and then get the decoy potion before the briar grows into place. I don't even think the south one will work. Yeah, that's not going to work. There's not really anywhere to put that decoy. What? There is no... The only place that I could possibly put the decoy's weapon is right here. And there is nowhere to put it that would put the weapon there. So what am I supposed to do? And then the only way to block the briar here is to place the decoy... Actually, hang on, I think I can fix this one. I only need to prevent the briar's root from exploding, so that's fine. And I can fix this one like this, but there's no way to fix the one on the south. Because the decoy can't be placed adjacent to it, and can't be placed adjacent to the tile that's kind of a problem, which is the one right here next to the explosion. Do I need two decoys that I can't actually afford to use? What does it want? What? I mean, I guess I could go ahead and explode this. That still wouldn't help. I don't see it. I don't see any way that any decoy placement could ever fix the south side. I guess I can at least test the other two. I mean, this is undoubtedly how it's supposed to go, except that the south one should somehow be protected. I just don't see any way for the south one to be protected. Unless there's some trick where I'm supposed to do something other than protect it from being exploded, which I don't see what that could possibly be. I tried this, and this didn't work. The problem is that the bomb is going to blow up the briar even if the door is closed. So that means that I must have a decoy here. A decoy's caber right here. I don't see what other differences there are. There's the difference that the bomb will destroy the briar if I don't even, like... The bomb will destroy the briar even if I don't open the door. And there is nowhere to place the decoy that can prevent that from happening. as far as I'm concerned, like, I could go into every single tile that is distinct between the two, but that's not going to actually cover the issue of what is different. Maybe this is what you mean, which is really dumb and I hate it. Yeah, that's probably what you meant. Okay. Alright then. I admit it's a decent trick. It's to make you think about the problem in a certain way so that you don't do it in the way that would have been more obvious otherwise. What are the rules here? I need to place, I guess, 4 decoys to be able to walk across here, after which I don't know. Well, if I place the first one facing the middle, and then give all the other ones daggers... Oops. That should be okay, maybe? No, I don't think I want it facing the middle, do I? I don't know what this is to be thought of as. Do I want them to explode the bombs, actually? Is that what I want? And that would kill the brains. Except for that one. Yeah, if I explode the bombs, then I have the problem where I can't do anything else. So wait. How can this bomb, how can you even kill this brain at all? It's just floating in space with nothing around it, and no way to place a decoy in its surrounding area. Oh wait, never mind, there's a platform here. Duh. Okay, so my goal is, I presume, to get to the platform by coming through here, pushing the rotator tokens, and then coming through here? That requires that I have all 5 of these spaces open, I guess. Of course, I can't do that because there is a need for the first decoy to be placed before I get a mimic potion, before I get, I don't know why I said mimic, before I pick up a dagger. So that's not really possible unless I explode the bombs, which is not a good idea either. Well, if I put a decoy facing east, then I'm putting off the problem as long as possible, and I can try to think about what could possibly fix the problem while being over there. Oh, also I can't bring... Apparently I'm not allowed to bring a dagger myself. Wait. Oh, I misunderstood what the directions were. I thought I was going to go... I thought for some reason that I needed to go through like this, and then back through like that. But instead it's this, and then maybe that. But not that. Because... Oops. Alright, so... I think I can do this if I leave out the bottom left corner. So if I do this, then it should be possible to make both of the moves that I need, if I'm reading the room correctly. And also don't forget to bring a sword instead of a dagger, dummy. A little awkward, but that seems to work. At least it works as far as killing this brain. I'm not totally sure how to kill the other ones. I guess I need to stand on a safe arrow, which is facing a direction that makes me safe from dying to bombs. Maybe this one? Yes. Okay then. There we go. I'm not lighting that fuse for a good reason, I'm just am anyway. And, this is just sort of all sprawled all over the place, and I never actually went north in this area. And there's only one room this way, okay. Here we have something involving a rattlesnake, an explosive, 2 roaches that I probably don't want to make upset. If I activate both roaches, then there's a bunch of briar, I guess. Alright. Do I want that briar for something? I don't see any reason why I would want that briar. Probably my goal is to actually blow up the briar by somehow taking the bomb, the keg, down with me. I'm gonna take a wild guess that maybe what I want to do is somehow make like a hook out of decoys. Is there any way to make that reach though with just 3? I don't know. Diagonal maybe. Oh, okay. I am allowed to violate one of these rules or the other one, but not both simultaneously. That's important to make a distinction of. I'm used to every mechanism that resembles this one never allowing me in the space ever, forever, instead of allowing me one direction or the other, but not both. So I think what I want is to stack them vertically. Hot tiles make this complicated because I need to set things up in such a way that I can just start moving them and they'll move. And keep going until the keg is past where I need it to be. That's not what I wanted. So I think that's what I want. Maybe. Maybe to be set up like this. Can I move anything west like this? I don't think I can I? Oh, maybe. Yeah, there we go. I don't know how... if I can extract... Oh wait, duh, I can just do this. Okay. Okay, I was overthinking a little bit. I hope I don't need those decoys again. But it looks like it's as straightforward as just killing the rattlesnake at this point. Yeah, okay. Exit level. I happen to pop out into the exit level, into the final room with exit level active. Alright. My boss told me to have a good day, so I went home. Enjoy your weekend. Okay. For some reason I thought I needed to both, like, somehow hook it to the west and then hook it to the south, which is why I went with diagonal placed cabers, although it's possible that I needed them anyway. Alright. Well, this seems like a great time to finish Q with A Quiet Place by Gog, going by the pronunciation Ghost. This is either Gehog, Gog, or Gog. I don't know which one, though. Beathrow's journeys did not always work out as planned, it says. Oh well, that's going to be interesting. Beethro's memory was more disjointed than usual. There was a king whose name Beethro forgot, who wanted a simple pit, nothing of deep consequence, cleared out, but added, "By the way, there's a rumor of ancient treasure. Do be sure to mention if you notice anything shiny." Beethro's only other recollection was of the last one sent by the king quite long ago, the self-named Boethius the Slayer. He had never come back. Does that ever occur at the beginning of a word, though? Oh, we got one of these intros. Alright. Trial and error intros, in other words. Is this what I should be doing? Maybe. Well, this is awkward. I don't really want him to trap there, do I? Okay, maybe I didn't start the room right. That's entirely possible in a trial and error intro. Like, maybe I should look for a way to not duck into this passage, but I don't know how I could avoid that, given the setup here. So what should I do then? Which of these... Okay, that one opens the way for that guy. So I kind of don't want to do that yet. But I have to wait around for that anyway. Is this what I wanted? Probably not. Definitely not. So, I mean, oh, maybe this is the trick. So wait for him to get into position, and then just do that. I can almost get into a good set up like that. Oh, maybe I should face this way to begin with? Supposed to do this? I have to hesitate a turn or else I can't kill the northeast snake. Also, I guess I have to push the button, so... I guess I should wait around an entire cycle for everything to be lined up better. Except this still doesn't correct the problem of that snake not blocking the Wraithwing, and the Wraithwing just trapping himself like a jerk. Okay, this is very, very do what I want or else zone. Now I need to wait around for that queen. So this is, I have an exact sequence of button presses that I want you, the player, to do, or else the room will be permanently failed. Have fun. Actually don't, because that's not the purpose of this room. And that doesn't fit within the parameters of the very specific button presses that I had in mind for you. I don't know how I'm supposed to kill this snake. Maybe I should leave more of those guys alive. Yeah. Okay. And now there is still one snake I'm not sure completely of how to kill. Although I do have a roach. I guess I should try to use it. I don't know, I've always been one to feel that a really good game of any kind that you can think of as a puzzle, like including strategy or defense type games, if it's really good, there should never be only exactly one solution. I'm not talking about like actual like puzzles, but like puzzle games. There should never be exactly one precise sequence of movements or decisions or whatever the player has available as decisions to make that should be the solution. Otherwise, it's so restrictive that it's not really much fun. But maybe that's, I don't know, maybe I'm not expressing myself too well. Anyway, a stare into the dark. I see all the enemies around me. I cannot escape. Dread like this was not meant to be felt, but the promise of eternity beckons me forward. I enjoyed Space Chem up until... Wait, is Space Chem the one that's 3D? That's Infinifactory, right? I enjoyed Infinifactory up until the point where it was so big and complex that there was literally no way to process all of it in my mind at once. Which is like, I think, was added in a later update or something, and at that point, I chipped away at a few of those levels and then eventually gave up completely, realizing that I don't have the mental processing power to manage them. Anyway, Beethro tossed the scroll aside as he dove further, muttering, "Boethius the Slayer sounds more like Boethius the Coward." I don't know, I thought he was being more of a pseudo-philosophicalist based on that scroll. More of a despair-filled philosophizer. Also, we are once again in the realm of push exactly these buttons, please, player, or else. And they didn't want me to push those buttons. I'm probably supposed to push this orb, though. Conga line. Maybe I wasn't supposed to press that orb. Oh, this is an event. The problem with me was that I would have steps working, and I would be trying to sync them up to where they would do things at the same time, like so that, you know, everything wouldn't crash into each other, and then everything would just go completely, it would just not work anymore. I have some really horrendous solution for like the last one that I managed to actually solve, where like I don't know, there wound up being a problem where even though there's this gigantic amount of space that the level gives you to use to play around with, supposedly, in order to solve the problem, I still wound up with a spacing problem where I literally didn't have room to create the temporal space that I needed in order for a thing to be timed along with everything else that was already running. Does that make any sense? I feel like I'm speaking another language or something, but basically there wasn't enough space to create enough time to do the thing that I needed to do, because something needed to wait longer than I had space to make it wait. Yeah, that's about right. And the problem is that the game just does not give you any raw tools that themselves actually just wait a specific number of cycles that you determine. Or if it does, I don't remember. Maybe it does. This is not a good memory. I don't mean it's a bad as in unpleasant memory, I mean that it's been long enough since I played the game. It's been long enough since I played the game that I don't remember exactly what I'm talking about. Oh. I am the destroyer. Those who came before you failed, as you will do, X. I would probably have written that as will you. The do seems like an odd addition. I mean, it's not grammatically incorrect, but it flows weirdly in that sentence to me. Oh boy, what is this mess? We have brain snakes. We have exactly one way to trap them, except against each other, which might be a thing. And we have, I think this is literally press every orb. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this looks like literally press every orb, please. Literally every single one. Not a single one can you leave out. Push all of them, or else. I mean, at least this isn't totally and completely prescribed sequence. Please tell me these are opens and not toggles, because I don't want to... Okay. They're probably all opens and not toggles, so I don't have to be sure not to double press anything. I just have to keep pushing orbs until all the doors are open. And that snake is going to be a problem if I let things happen this way. The central orbs seem like they're going to be a problem to reach, so I'm trying to reach as many as I can right now. Once I'm down to just a few, then I will maybe try to see which ones I'm missing. Because it doesn't seem to me like there's a meaningful organization mapping between the 5x5 array of orbs and the just sequenced list of doors. So, yeah. Imagine playing this in AE where I couldn't tell. Well, it's using AE graphic tile sets, so I imagine it's AE, although, I don't know, I have a hold or two using AE graphics just because I wanted to. Although I don't think that's the case here. Everything about the design of this room, apart from it being particularly difficult, kind of reads as AE to me. If that makes any sense. Like the element limitations as well as the fill the entire room with things kind of mentality. Wow, I bumped against an orb like a dummy and still didn't die. Okay. Now I can kill the things that are left. Yeah. Right, in this particular room, that bug would exist, but it wouldn't really matter, probably. Because you still have to get to the brain. You still have to push all of the buttons in this room in order to reach the brain and kill it, and in order to create an actual trap for the snakes. Now, what is this? Is that roach brained or something? Hold on. Okay, no, he's not brained. So do I want to be invisible? I mean, I guess I do. And then I need to be visible again, so maybe this one? Maybe not that one. So I think I need to maybe... What does this do? Okay. That does something. This should be enough room to pull him up this way. And then what? Then there's an arrow in the way. Okay, probably I'm not supposed to take that the potions in quite that sequence then. Well, I have... Okay, I don't need to take a potion for this first step, so if that's a thing. I guess I should take one now, however. And then, if I take this one, he's just going to go back in there. So I have to take the west one now. And then I'm kind of stuck. I don't know, it seems an awful lot. Wait. Well, I don't have to, yeah. So I can do that. I'm too eager to take the potions, I guess. But there's no way to pull him north here without unpotioning, so... But if I unpotion facing northward like this, then that's good. Maybe. I guess what I want is maybe to stick him not there, but directly south of where I am now. But I can't do that with where everything is. Okay, it's okay for him to be sitting there. It's just that there's not really... I guess I need to be as west of him as possible, but not too west. What can I do here? No matter what, he's going to step on an arrow at this point. I guess I must have taken a wrong order of potions again. That's my only real guess, because otherwise there's no way to do it where I was. Maybe I should take this potion? It has to be the northwest one that I take for this part. And also he should probably not be right up against an arrow when I do so. Alright, so now he's going to be there. And... okay, now is when I can maybe use that. No, I can't use that. I can go around, but I can't actually. Okay, I guess I don't want to push that until he's in that area. So no, I need to keep the northeast potion for later. I can't use it there. So I guess I should take one of these two then. And then I have to take this one at this point, I think. And that leads me to being here. And having done so, I could then... I don't know. I could take this potion, and then he would still be stuck over there. And I could grab this one, but no. I can't grab either of these, or else he'll go somewhere I don't want him to. So I guess I shouldn't take that potion, but there's not really anywhere else I can go. Because any attempt to go farther south is just going to cause problems. I guess I could sit him in that corner and then pull him this way. Yeah, this kind of works. Then I don't need a potion at all to pull him into the room. And then I need to push a button, so at this point I guess I should be running for the potion? Or something. Yeah, I should go take this potion, perhaps. And then do that. Oh, but not exactly that. Last possible second business. Okay. And then there is one more potion which I'm not sure if I should try to take. I think sticking him there is the right thing to do, maybe? because then I can get around and take this potion and maybe have enough control over him to get him through that weird gap. Yeah, there we go. Alright then. That was a thing. And I don't have the exit level, so I guess I need to go clear the room to the west of here. Okay, there's just more rooms, and it didn't look like it is all. Or there is a room more. There's this weird section of wall here that just exists in the space. Alright. So I guess what I should do is just try to use diagonal move broken walls to get a hold of this guy, and then have him hopefully kill the snakes for me. It all being broken walls makes this feel like a very fragile situation. Oh, okay. Can I make you kill him in a way that doesn't throw a bunch of the wall out of existence? Actually, do I need to do that? Can I just use this as a snake trap? I feel like I should just be able to use the center of this room as a snake trap. Right? Like, yeah, there, one snake down. Now I just need to bring all the others to the middle, like that. Buddy, you're not even, you're still dying and you're not even where I need you to be. Okay. Come on. Don't wriggle out of this. Get back to your trap. No. Bad snake. Maybe that'll work. Alright, let's just open the way for everybody else. And hope for the best. I guess a west-facing trap is probably more difficult to use than an east-facing one would have been. But this seems functional anyway, more or less. Right, one to go. What? Hello? I'm in here, dummy. There we go. And that is the last room of this level. So many stairs, so many stairs. I close my eyes and I see them descend eternal into the abyss. It is an appropriate place for the life of the infinite. Okay. So Boethius is still dropping notes, but who is this X fellow? Beathro said. And if this is another one of those fountains of life the king, whatever his name was, sent me after, then I expect my pay to be double. I hate those things. Wait, am I getting paid for this? Bloody grog, for all I remember, it could have been a bet. Well, you still get paid for bets, right? This room looks annoying. Yeah. I mean, I don't guarantee I'll try to finish this anyway. Let's just make abundant snake traps forever and hope that the brain snakes are dumb and dumb their way into the traps. I don't know. I might call it at about 3:30, it being almost 3:30 now, like I may finish this room and then say, okay, that's enough of this hold, let's move on to R, which I think is the letter after Q. Yeah. Alright, that should get rid of that brain snake. I hope. Now I can focus maybe on the queens, hopefully. I would probably make my situation much easier if I get rid of the rest of the brains too. There we go. Yeah, there we go. So this opens up to just everywhere and everything at this point. A whole lot of giant rooms full of things. Well, that one wasn't too full, but you know. This looks like some kind of an event. Can I just, Oh, I can't. Okay, I see what's wrong here. Yeah, that looks like a nightmare. Survive 4 brained snakes while waiting around for a stupid roach. Okay. Alright, enough peeking. This is fine. I've played 2 levels. That's enough for an impression. That leaves me starting R. And it's Boy Blue. Okay. Maybe I'll be able to make some progress in this. Maybe not. You feel compelled to guide Vithro through yet another hold. This one of the large, flat variety. Okay. I don't know what to make of that. Level 1. Must smite monsters. Must smite monsters. You realize this was made in the decade before last? What is this tile? There's just weird image tiles. Thanks to those who helped test this hold. Curious Shy Rabbit, MXWadi, Discorin, Neither2, and Blondebeard. That doesn't sound likely, yeah. I mean, I know, I'm realistic about my abilities and patience. Alright, so which of these buttons can I press with 4 roaches' help? Maybe none of them? Like, I'm probably not supposed to kill any of them, right? Because if I kill them, then I don't have as many guys trying to press the button for me. Let me look again. Okay, so every single one of these is set up to be as annoying as possible, I guess. Or no, I'm misreading. Hold on. This is a cross. This is that one. This is a cross. Okay, so... I don't know which of these is going to be easiest with just arbitrary roaches coming from another direction. It doesn't seem like any of them is really going to be terribly easy at all. Because everything is like, there's no traps. It's all just, here's roaches that are behind you the whole time. And you have to keep them on the button while you go all the way over to the door the button opens. Like, if this opened that door that's right next to me now, that might be kind of reasonable. As it stands, I don't really know where to begin. while I technically might not need all four of them, I have no reason whatsoever to believe that I don't need all four of them. And Boy Blue is exactly the kind of architect that I would expect to require me to use all four of them in some way. Like, why would he ever give me four when I only need three? Or one? I wasn't... let me see. I was speaking about that from the perspective of if someone told me I don't think you need all of them who hadn't beaten everything forever before. I guess. Well, it always seems like there is one roach out of line, so maybe if I kill him, the other three will be nicer and not as difficult to manipulate or something. I don't know. Okay, maybe... oh. Never mind, he doesn't open a helpful door from that location, so that's not a useful thing to do. Everything is just not right. I see you. I don't know, like if... are any of these, like, across? This is all the way over there. This is that, which is not useful. This is that. Like, if I draw a straight line from any of these buttons to the door it opens, I either have nothing but open space, or at the very least the line is so badly diagonal that I can't hope to be in a situation like this one, which would be ideal for opening a door and then reaching it. Like, if the door that's right southwest of Bithro was the one that this button opened, then I could handle this. But as it stands, I don't get it. Like, how am I supposed to keep enough control over the roaches to ever get anywhere before they step off the button? Like, the only method of control that I have is usually... I don't know. Okay, this might work. If that guy won't arrive. So how do I make him dead? I guess I don't need but two for this one. Okay. Can I reach that one? Well, maybe I shouldn't. Hold on, I shouldn't face that direction. I should kill these guys first so they're not in my way. And then push that. There we go. Okay. This is kind of what I psychologically was thinking. That if I could get the first button, the other ones would just sort of go in some sort of easy chain. I tried to understand what the chain was ahead of time, but I'm not very good at analyzing that sort of thing, so I didn't. Okay, so that closes the door. What? So you want me to get all the way up to the water skipper in the north and down to the water skipper in the south, and keep the rattlesnakes on the button while I'm doing that, and not die to the rattlesnakes. Okay. That seems like at least one and too many, in my opinion. I guess they're easier to keep on the button when they're in less of a formation, though. They're gonna step off next turn. Now I'm too far from the center and they won't let me get closer without stepping off the button. Okay, there we go. Now I just need to somehow kill the rest of the rattlesnakes without messing the button up. I think it is rather clever to use a diagonal-only kind of arrow as a filter for entities that can't move diagonally, so that only B-throw can exit. Anyway, here's the thing with platforms for some reason. What is this? What does this want? Alright, so there's... what is all these buttons? Okay. If I'm reading this correctly, and I could be not, the goal is essentially to have things back in the situation that they were in before, except with mud covering all four corners, and then to also somehow exit. Wait. That's kind of a problem. I can't exit if all four of these buttons are pressed, unless... I guess unless they're closed in exactly... So I just need to do this, right? Oh, okay, not exactly this, but... this, maybe? No. This? This. Yeah, this looks like it should work. Alright. That was fairly uncomplicated compared to what I expected. And then there's just a bunch of cleanup afterward. There we go. Alright, that was much easier than I thought it would be. Oh boy, what is this mess? Okay, this is eat the poison cookies and the antidote cookies in some arbitrary order that is favorable. So presumably it's good to do the one that's closest to the roaches first. That's not what I was going to say, but also presumably it's good to put the ones I eat close to each other. I feel like this room could have been accomplished and made a little more readable with some... well, okay, no. Sorry, I was gonna say with trapdoor with a red gate, but the problem is that the only way you could make that work is by specifying whether the player enters or exits, which defeats the entire concept of the room, so that wouldn't actually work. But I was thinking that if you could make this work with a trapdoor gate instead, then it would certainly improve its readability quite a bit. Not that it's that hard to read anyway, since I intuited what it wanted from me pretty quickly, so I don't know what I'm complaining about, if I'm complaining at all. I don't know that what I'm doing could be called complaining accurately enough to worry about. Alright, so I've got all the ones that are really close to the queens, which makes me feel like I'm reasonably close to solving the room. I hope. Maybe the far ones are going to be trouble too, though. No, we're good. We're good. I'm done. I have beaten the room, except that there's a roach in a place I can't do anything about. Okay, that's bad. Instead of taking that one to get my sword back, I should take the really far one instead. That would probably be better. This should be much more tractable. I think a roach won't get in behind me too soon, and he does not. Alright, we're all done. All I have to do is go rush the queens and brains. I'm a little concerned now that I've seen it happen that one of these roaches is going to decide to place himself onto one of those disarm tokens as soon as I unbrain them. I mean, maybe that's not actually a thing that can happen, but it seems like there is a way that that could be made to happen in a room like this. Oh boy, this is not the way to do this. Let's, can I not? Oh dear. I guess, okay. I should try to rush them while they're spawning, but if I try to do that, there's going to be a giant crowd of roaches behind me because of the way all the things time out. Like, I can't be in position to go kill the brains with roach eggs in place without a bunch of roaches being directly behind me. And I guess even if I did achieve that, I would still have the problem of a bunch of roach eggs immediately hatching right next to me. So we're not allowed to have fun or do this efficiently, I guess. Also, we're going to have a problem if I just go in there at an arbitrary time and not some time that allows the roach queens to not spawn roaches into my face. Okay, maybe this is what I'm supposed to do. Yeah. I'd really like that to not be a thing that's happening. Oh, come on, Queen. Don't be like that. Maybe I should try to make her spawn on the turn I kill the other one? Yeah, okay. That's better. That's not. I just don't want them to leave this area. Alright, well, I don't really appear to have an option. At least I can unbrain them, I guess. Okay. Alright, mostly I was again worried about pushing a roach into one of these, onto one of those tokens where I couldn't reach it. Over the trap door that has still not been taken up. What in the world is this nonsense? Okay. So this is a facing restriction type thing, I guess. I go over here and I place the mimic so that he's there, and then I'm not allowed to turn my sword thereafter. And I'm also not allowed to move? What? How is that supposed to work? Okay. So this is a dumb position the thing so you can thing. Except that that's not going to be possible because I still have to be able to get out myself. So anything that makes it so the roach cannot reach me is also going to be something that makes it impossible for me to leave. Yeah, how is this supposed to work? I don't see this being possible. Like, there's no way I can make a maze longer than the rattlesnake is. Like, by definition, the longest maze I can make is a spiral that's made of rattlesnake. Right? So I certainly don't have an opportunity to, like, survive an especially long period of time. Right? I guess if the rattlesnake's in the tail is in the top left, that would be ideal. Is that possible? I think the snake, I don't know. I'm not confident that that's a thing I can arrange. I guess if it's shorter, I might be able to do that. Though exactly how much shorter, I don't know. Nor why I am... Oh, come on, don't do that. Nor why I'm acting like I have the turn restriction when I haven't turned, when I haven't reached the Mimic Potion yet. But... Okay, so I guess I want to do this, except maybe make it one tile shorter first. No, not just one. Like 3 tiles shorter and the same kind of setup, maybe? Well, that's not what I wanted. Don't stop getting your... Please stop getting yourself trapped like an idiot. Why don't you? And then get yourself trapped when I need you to be. So I guess I'm giving contradictory commands to a thing that's not listening. Almost. There. No. There? Now it's too short. Even understanding what it is I should do, this is really irritating to try to arrange. The requirement is just a little too precise. Feels like to me. Okay, I think that works. I guess we'll see. Nice use of obstacle objects, I would say, to avoid this looking really awkward with a checkerboard of pit or of walls. What is this room, and why does it have a cracked wall going to it? Definitely something going on here. Oh, this is manipulate 4 snakes into very particular positions, I guess. That's my guess, at least. Wow, how do I make them not die to each other? I'm not really clear on that. Is that even possible for them to not die against each other? I don't know. I don't even see how to start this. Oh. Well, this is a complete nightmare no matter what's underneath the eyes. I mean, I guess it's just floor. Yeah, I don't like this. What is this? What is our goal here? I really hope the goal is not to magically bring this really long snake all the way across, because that doesn't seem like a realistic goal. I guess it doesn't matter how long the snake actually is at the end. So the goal is perhaps to do some kind of shuffling platforms. It seems like a probable nightmare, but how do I even... I don't know. Is it even possible that... No, that won't work. No, you can't do this without a stable bridge. Or at least a stable, like, large platform to hold the snake on for a minute. Like, if I'm holding the snake stably on two platforms, then I can't transfer the snake anywhere else, because the only other platform is the one that I'm using. I don't see how this can ever be possible. Like, there's no way for the snake to even also... The snake is not nearly long enough to survive just sitting on the platform while I go get the other one. That's also not a realistic expectation. Especially if he just randomly decides to bonk into a corner and nearly kill himself all by himself. Well, no, even if I wanted to grab another platform from behind him, I literally can't. Because he's on it. This is not possible. There's no way to do this. Okay. What? What does this room want? I think it's just juggling. So the idea is to always have at least one Fagundo on the button at all times, and otherwise it doesn't matter. There we go. Wow. What's this really easy room doing in the middle of a bunch of ridiculously hard ones? I don't know. Looks like I should place the mimic in the free space and then try to kill the rest of them? Maybe not. Oh, there's another mimic potion. Maybe... I don't know. It seems like ideally I want to grab a mimic potion and put him in the very middle. But is that possible? Seems unlikely. Yeah, they immediately shuffle out of place anytime I go anywhere at all. And yeah, but I don't know how a second mimic can possibly be helpful here. I mean, I literally... There's only one free space, and somebody has to go in the free space in order to kill the golems. And so the only way for somebody to go in the free space and kill the golems is if it's going in the very middle. And the other one can't really help me by being out here, that I can tell. Well, I mean, I can try, but I don't see how it can be useful. Yeah, that didn't really help. I mean, I guess something I could do is, like, put a mimic inside and then kill him, but that's not useful either, because then I've locked the one free space to be in the wrong location. I don't think I can make this work. Oh, maybe I can. Hold on. Alright then. That works. I guess that was a little bit before, yeah. What is happening? Okay. Oh, we have a weird disarm token based thing. Okay. I'm sorry, I had a yawn. I still don't know what's up with this. What is this? These tiles here. Is that some kind of map I should interpret? Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, is this a one-level hold? I mean, it says level 1, but I was kind of thinking that it might be because it said something about it being a large flat hold or something. What in the world is going on here? Okay, so first of all, I should enter from the east so I don't have to do this every time. Okay, first of all, okay, these buttons appear to just tell the tell the tar babies where to go. So I guess I need to kill the tar babies without letting the Fagundo die by using these control orbs to force the tar babies to be in a good position to die with the Fagundo in the center. Yeah, that was what I was thinking, was maybe the joke was that it says level 1, but it's the one and only level. Ah, one down. Although, hopefully... Wait, okay. I'm being dumb. I can just control the orbs from here because I have a power token active. I don't know why I wasn't thinking of that. Or just in general, I can bump them instead of having to go hit a sword with them. Hit them with a sword. Larg. There we go. Just one left. I'd really like to just jerk this guy around until the Fagundo wakes up, like that. Hooray. You helped me greatly, Brain. Now die. Oh boy, what is this? Okay. So, this is tar shaping. The idea is obviously to make a tar shape that in one growth will hit all the buttons because of this trapdoor door. So, the problem with tar shaping on this large of a scale is that it also involves cleaning the tar quickly, which I don't have a good track record with. to put it lightly. Oh boy, how do I get it all the way to the north? Maybe I should start with that? Instead of letting it grow all over the place, first make it very vertical and then worry about the other directions? By which I mean horizontal. Of course, make it very vertical is still a difficult thing to not screw up. But maybe not as difficult as just letting it chaotically grow all over the place. That should be okay. I mean, not perfect, but better than I was doing before. I'm not going to make it in time. I want to get rid of the tar right here, but that's not the way to do it. Maybe I shouldn't fret over that nonsense and instead cut this a bit. Yeah, that kind of helped. It looks to me like it's too... that might be right. Yeah, now it's exactly one growth away. It's very messy looking, but this should work unless it makes a tar baby, and it did not. There we go. Okay. No nice, neat shape, but it worked. I guess that was adjacent to this, because this area must be themed around... You know what, this is sort of like TV Dinner, except of course, I guess the puzzles are objectively better because they weren't made by me. Each section seems kind of themed around an idea, like this is all about manipulating tar growths in a very particular way. What is the rules here? So... So this button opens that door to let me kill the mother. And this button closes that door. I have to step on the trap door, which means being stuck in that region until that button goes off. So I think what I should be trying to do is somehow manipulate tar babies into existence in such a way that it won't let the mother grow into the wrong place. Yeah, like that guy up there looks well positioned, except there's this nonsense. Is this what I want? I don't think so. No, not quite. There's kind of a parity problem here, isn't there? Which maybe I can correct, maybe I can't. Well, that blob is horrendous. Okay, I think I want the left and right sides to be like this, maybe? And then it should start to work. Yeah, this almost works, except that the baby, one of those two is going to escape, which is bad. Maybe I should leave it like this? No? Oh wait, maybe if I... Okay, not quite. Yeah, like this. But without being killed by tar babies, hopefully. Should work. Well, this almost works. I kind of need it to... No. I need those two in the north, but not this one in this, not these two in the middle. How do I prevent that? Do I just... No. No, it's not gonna... That won't do anything. Maybe I just need to kind of trek this nonsense back with me. If I can make a way to do that. Up until it's like flooded next to the door. Like that, kinda. Yeah. I doubt this is the optimal way to do it, but I think this will work eventually. Maybe? You think this will work? I think it should work. Yeah. I made a giant mess out of tar babies. And that successfully blocked the tar from growing. I doubt this is the way you're supposed to do it, but it works. Oh boy. No turning anywhere but north. How can I destroy all the tar stuff without turning? Oh, I can turn. I just... Okay. Extremely limited turning. Got it. Absolutely no idea what the correct sequence of turn directions are. I'm just sort of guessing randomly. I need to go southeast at some point, so I guess I'll do it now. Or I could go southwest, of course, but I think this is good, right? I think I've got every direction that I need still available to me. Because I need to... Oh, wait, no. Okay. Maybe I started the wrong direction to begin with. I need to go southwest at some time after I cut this, which means I need to go east first in some way and then southwest. Since I need to go due east at some point, that might as well be now. Let's deal with that. And then I'll go southwest so I can do this. And that. Now I need to be able to go something north and do... I need to be able to go diagonal north and do west, or... Well, actually, if I can go diagonal north, I can clear that one too. So I need to go something south or east, and I also need to go due south, but diagonal north is definitely a necessity. And then after that, I need to go east or south as well. So I guess I should try to go east next. If I do this, will that work? That won't work. I guess I'll go north next, because I don't know what else to do. And then as long as I preserve the ability to go south, this is fine. And the only problem is killing a goblin without being able to turn my sword, which is going to be a pain. But maybe not too much of a pain. Oh, hi there. I mean, I'm not necessarily the only Drod player who is on Twitch, but I guess I might be the only one playing Drod itself as streaming it. Oh well, this looks like a complete nightmare. I don't really know... Should I just let it grow and flood itself out of threateningness? That seems like what I should do. I mean, I'm allowed to turn basically anything I want into mud, right? So if I destroy the mud first, then I should be good, in theory. So like, get rid of the mothers, and then push a token that will make something mud, so I can kill it by making it mud. So like, do this. And then do that and make all of the gel into mud, except I can't actually cut it now. So I need to make sure that it's cuttable as I do this. So let's have it grow once in a convenient fashion. And then I have a corner to play with. I think the other mud down the south now looks like it should be doable if I don't get killed by this particular tar baby ambush. So now my goal is to make the tar into mud. So I guess I should hit a tar gel, and then I can probably make enough diagonal cuts through this giant blob now to reach the other token, I hope. This should be fine. And now it's mud, and I can probably destroy it. This is a little awkward to get through, but it should still be possible. Is that gonna work? Maybe not. Okay. I'm really feeling like I might have to clean some of this before it becomes tractable again to make it back south to the remaining mothers. it's a bit, let's just throw things in and see if the player can handle it. And I can handle it, I'm just not going to do it very efficiently, because it's largely a matter of patience at this point. I imagine so. I don't know that I'll ever actually see for myself a Boy Blue post-mastery room, but I mean, this is basically the stage of a here's lots of tar stuff room that you could readily term the lawn mowing stage. I mean, I could, but I would lose my advantage of being able to reach the the mud gel button easily in case I need it. That was sort of my original motivation. I think at this point I'm okay, just because of the way the gel happens to be placed. But before this point I wasn't certain if I would have to contend with no corners being available to me in order to reach the remaining mothers. There we go. What a room that someone decided to build. Oof. I imagine not. 30th, though. That's a thing. And I can't enter this room from here. Okay, well, I think I've done like a level's worth of rooms in this giant mess of rooms, as far as like a normal level would go. Oh boy. I imagine so. Can I? Ah, I can. What's this look like? Why not? Yeah, that's about what I would expect. So my strategy was to let it flood itself first to make everything easier to deal with. And that's probably the first mistake for an optimizer, because you never want to wait around for something you don't have to. Anyway, okay, it is 4:30ish, 4:20ish, 20 minutes after 4, so I've been at this for nearly 2.5 hours, which is long enough in my opinion. I'm glad to have a functional microphone again and be able to do this sometimes. And I should hopefully go fix the thread as soon as I'm done doing this. So, thank you for watching. I guess next time we'll continue the letter R. And then I'll need to eventually remember to download all the letter S. We inch ever closer to the Endless War series, among other things. That'll be a time and a half. Anyway, farewell for now.